My name is Perico Rodriguez. I came from Argentina. I arrived in the United Kingdom in 1979 as a political exile after spending 3 years in prison during the military dictatorship. I came together with my family, my wife and my 2 children at that time. It has been a quite full of emotion journey from Argentina when we say goodbye to our people and when we arrive here to the new country so different. I wanted to continue being who I was before. To me, there are some principles that probably is common to everyone in the world, which is to have an attitude of solidarity towards people who need our help, not to be indifferent to people. When I first came to this country, I was invited to attend a little demonstration in front of the Argentinian embassy here in London. And I met Helen Bamba. And with Helen, we established a good friendship. We started the Medical Foundation. It was incredible. It's like, it was an epic for me and for all of us. Every day going there and meeting people, trying to solve situations, understand people. I felt it was very nice. It was very nice to be part of that. There were a lot of things that we were able to live with them. Just sometimes we were pleased to see somebody who have suffered very much and got married, somebody here. It was a lot of personal reward for us and for certainly for those people who were able to laugh again and to have to initiate a new life in our country, in this country. When I came here, I was interested that during the war in London, especially in London, after the Blitz, after bombing, I learned that people comfort each other by offering a cup of tea. And I wanted to put the name, still Medical Foundation, the cup of tea. So they said, no, not at all. That's not a very serious name. But that was my idea of that. I think the best part was to learn how to love people. That was, to me, the best part. To understand, to respect people, to sometimes I understood that there were people who were seen that have totally different values and conception about human rights, about politics. But then there was this unifying concept of love for the family, the children, the parents, the environment, everything that made me feel, well, you and I, we are human anyway. I come from one of the many small towns in Patagonia. So when the military coup started, by the way, all the time they accused me all the time of harboring the terrorism, which is absolutely untrue. And so I was arrested, and I was taken to different prisons, and of course, the interrogation in Argentina means torture, and I have taken out of prison to be interrogated twice, and it's not very good. The prison was 800 kilometers from my town, so it's a long distance. So every time I was taken, it was a very bad time for me. And for many people who were taken, they were 2 friends who were taken the day before I was taken, and they they were killed. In that sense, I was very lucky that I wasn't killed. The way to survive prison, I think it's important because sometimes we feel that prison is a gloomy place, and indeed it's a very bad place, and nobody wants to stay there for 1 second. But you have to live, you have to survive. And we used to say to ourselves, we have to preserve, even the food that was awful, we have to eat because to keep up our biology, if you like. It was a very tough time. But we were able to survive because we were able to talk to each other, to recognize our limitations. We tried to live an ordinary life, to try to remember things that happened outside the world. After almost 20 years more, there was a lot of what we call impunity, people who were not punished for the crime that they have committed. But in 2003, the new president decided that within the law, because it's not that it's presidential decision, the law was there to be used, but they decided to activate that law. As a result, these people were taken, detained and taken into trial. And I felt that it was very important because, first of all, there is a precedent, the idea that the next military dictator will bear in mind that someday, he will be put into trial as well. The first time I went to the trial, it was really, to me, it was an extraordinarily different experience because the tribunal was sitting over there. I was in the middle. In that row, there were the lawyers from the human rights organization. That row, they were the lawyers defending the criminals, and behind, in front of me, they were the people who torture us. So you can see in their eyes those people. And some of them, they were very defiant. Some of them, they didn't bother to look at anybody. But I thought it was very important because the people were behind me. There were a lot of people sitting, listening to what we are saying. But of course, to attend this trial, all of us, we have to relive the traumatic event of the past. It was not very easy. I remember I never experienced so many emotions because I met parents of my friend who were killed. They were with me, and they wanted to know the last day of my friends and brothers, something like that, the children that they never knew their parents and they are grown. At the same time, when I saw these people there sentenced to 20, 30 years, older than me, some of them, I feel sorry in the sense that as a human being I got that sentence. I didn't dance saying, you are in prison. I feel, I wish they didn't do what they did. But I'm happy that so far it ended up like that. There is a very focused idea on the bad refugees, something like that, and not in the massive amount of good refugees that came here. And anti-Muslim play a very important role because even when you say I'm not against Muslim, people cannot avoid to associate the terrorist with Muslim and things like that. It's very dangerous, the situation. And that's why in the last few months, the increased number of Russian attack is very noticeable for people. And people are worried. I notice that many people themselves, they don't go alone anymore in the street. They look for some people to go along with them. So our task also is important, because we are not, as I said before, we are not, and we should not, just a trauma clinic. It's bad to define ourselves about that. We are basically an organization, a human rights organization. And human rights is not that you have to be goody for the sake of being goody, but respect what you are, who you are, and what you are. And as long as you also have this reciprocity, there's no reason why I feel entitled to attack you or to make you to feel so unwelcome in this country. Nobody believes that I'm going to retire, not even my wife or my friend. And I think they're right. I think that I'm going to take these months to do the garden, because, wife sometimes nagging good people like me, I have to start digging the garden, which I love. And then and there are so many options, but I think that some of them I will definitely engage. And also I like art, so I will continue with my art. At the moment it's very little infantile, and I would like to be very pretentious and paint. But I like to do things like that. So that's my retirement. I suppose that as a society, we should be more proactive in questioning all this propaganda against people, because we know that it's very easy to create demons, but it's more difficult to destroy that myth. And the society, sometimes I found that our society is very, very disciplined, that they immediately go along what is being printed or say in the radio or television. I personally feel, and I haven't got any other experience, that the majority of the people here are not racist. They're very nice people, very thoughtful about that. And they allow these silly people to be aggressive on behalf of us. And that's the thing that we should stand up to defend, to do something for the people who have been persecuted in different countries.